G'day, Justin. How are you, mate?
Good day, Ash, or good evening, where it is where you are. I'm really good, mate. Happy Christmas, hence the yes, Christmas attire. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Merry Christmas back. Your top looks wonderful.
Yeah, it's
Looks like
cold
Christmas.
here. It's cold here, so
Oh, that's good, man. It's good to talk to you. It's been a bit of a break. We were just discussing how long ago the last one was, which we think was probably around September.
it was. Time flies, when you're so busy. As people know, or if you're listening for the first time, I run La Vida Liverpool, which is a big magazine and marketing and PR operation. So, I'm always so busy. And when you're so busy in the day to day, next thing, months can pass by. I think mid-September we had our last podcast from Oz to the UK
Yeah, I reckon it was after your book festival. I reckon.
over three
Yeah,
months ago.
it's time flies, doesn't it? But we've been busy. So you had a good Christmas. What'd you end up doing on
Yeah,
Christmas
Ash.
Day?
So yeah, just I went to my brother's in Liverpool. I was delivering the latest La Vida Liverpool print magazines throughout the region, which was a huge effort. So I was pretty much delivering them right up till Christmas. So went to my brother's in Liverpool for a couple of days, and it's just nice to slow down and stop.
Good to turn it off for a while.
Yeah, it's just yeah, and the good thing about I think about this time of year, we're always so busy. It's nice to just sit around the table with people and just have a laugh and have fun and have conversations. And it's also a good time of year, I find, to take stock and look at everything you're doing and making new plans for the new year.
What about your temperature? We're about 31 degrees here. Might be just around 30 now at night. We're about 8:30, 9 o'clock here, I think now. So still pretty warm here. You're down to
Yeah.
what? You're down to about 2 or 1 degrees, are you?
Yeah, so I'm looking out the window here, my office at home, and yeah, there's frost on the rooftops and frost on the cars. It's been a sunny Christmas actually, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and today blue skies and sunshine. But don't let that deceive you. You know what I mean? It's cold.
So cool air coming down the Mersey.
Indeed. Well, yeah, with us being right by the sea, we're right by the Mersey, and then that goes into the Irish Sea ultimately, and it you do get a crisp, bitter wind. So it may be like 1 degrees or whatever, but the wind can make it feel like -10.
We had a fairly sunny day. We had Mandy's family over and we did put a pool in a few years back. So we've got enough room out the back where we can all spread out. It's probably about 25, 26, something like that. Family there all spread out with young kids and older people. And yeah, everyone jumped in the pool and the bars are down the back. So everyone's spread out. Mandy had a golf game where you could set up it's got like a carpet rug that you can set up and you can smack the ball and get different scores. So everyone, it was a good day. We had Kato and Andy over from Sydney, and yeah, it was good. It was just a good day all round. Reese and Debbie were down a couple of weeks before that, so they stayed up on the Sunshine Coast. But it was good.
Awesome.
It's good to catch everyone up, and as you said, just try to turn it off. It takes a few days to stop because we'd
Yeah,
sort of run November, December pretty well. I don't know, at least a shift and a half a day for 8 weeks. I reckon it was pretty busy.
yeah,
But we were lucky enough to get a plumber in on Christmas Eve to hook up the toilet and all the taps for the shower and the roses. And yeah, it was good. So it was a good ending for us because Mandy's older sister Debbie's had her knee done. So that kept it that she could stay in the flat part and use the toilet up here instead of going down steps and all that sort of gear. She's got a brand new knee. So that was good.
mm.
It's,
And not one person in the backyard scared of the redback spiders. Everyone just cracking on, no fear at all.
no fear at all. No. You can't get eaten by a shark on the land. Yeah, yeah, the spiders are around, but they don't harm you. They're not where you are, so that's a good thing. And what about you've got your next magazine? You've been obviously pumping that out to all your
Yeah,
customers and that, and that's generally a pretty busy time for you.
very
Oh,
much so. So the
there's a
seventh
new one.
edition of La Vida
Oh,
Liverpool right there.
yeah, that looks good.
So
Looks great.
yeah, it's been a huge, monumental effort. But yeah, there's all sorts of articles about great places to eat and drink. You've got like awesome restaurants and you've got events and things. Victoria Road, where my office is, you've got a big
Yeah,
feature on Victoria Road there, a food and drink guide. And of course, in the magazine, as always, we go,
hey, there it is again. Well done. The
indeed,
Hobson
there
Ashman
we go.
podcast. Wow, that
Yes,
looks good,
indeed.
doesn't it? Well done, matey. Well done.
So it's been a big effort. 5,000 copies throughout the region. But yeah, it's funny this time of year because it always gives me chance to stop and retake stock and things, So I'm just having a little think over Christmas about the whole operation because I run, I have meetings with people and do the sales side of things, and I create business, marketing strategies for people, and then publish articles, run social media campaigns, and do the PR and get people in the news. I got the radio show, the print magazine. It's a hell of an operation. Normally, you'd have a team to run it, but it's a lot that I do just by myself. So find myself working long hours, and at some point I'm gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I need to restructure things for the new year to, need to focus on, the things that are going to make me more money and give myself more time as well. So some big decisions coming up soon, just in terms of I know I can't sort of operate at this level because sometimes I miss social events and say to people, "Oh no, I can't do this because I got too much work." You know what I mean? So I need to have a little think for the new year about restructuring the operation.
The your magazines, Reese and Debbie were down, as I said, a couple of weeks ago. So they took all the magazines you've given me up to the Fox and Firkin pub. So they went up there on a Friday night and hand delivered them up there. So Manny
Awesome.
and I are yet to. We might shoot up there tomorrow afternoon and just have a quick look and see where they've got all your magazines laid out. So I reckon I took up, or Reese and Debbie took up at least four or five.
Well,
So they might even be on the bar and people just take them and read them while they're waiting for their dinner or whatever. So
that's cool.
they are now in Tea Tree Gully and they are in the Fox and Firkin English pub, which is the only one we've got in the area. So it's actually real here now. Your books are here. They're hand delivered. So
International.
international. So we might shoot up there tomorrow and have a look and just see where they've got them located. And yeah, the next lot that come over, I'll hand deliver that up there and have a bit more of a chat with them as well. So I hope it's because you can see bit by bit, on your phone that the Hops and Ashman one, the links on your Facebook are just starting to, increase a little bit. Not majorly, but they're coming in from somewhere. So I assume it's people looking at the book now as well, and
Yeah,
you know, just these little one clicks. You can just see them sort of just gradually just starting to take off now, which is it's humbling in a way, like to see your own ad now with you in your own magazine. It's humbling, but it's real as well. That's the best part. You got the pub now, and it's in the pub in one pub at least at the moment. We can start to spread them around later on, but that's not bad in the old English pub here, the Fox and Firkin Hotel. So thanks, boys, for taking it on. and we'll just get.
Yeah, and do you know what? Someone from the UK, someone from Liverpool ways might be visiting ours and might go to that place and see this magazine and be like, "Oh my God, there's a Liverpool magazine in the venue. That's cool." Um, yeah, do you know what? Like it's all about La Vida's all about positive news, and you know I take a lot of pride and joy in it. I've done it, for 8 years and worked really hard. It's great, and I love our collaboration. The podcasts like this. You know what I mean? People get to see through a lens. Life the other side of the world, and through your eyes, get to see life on this side of the world here in well, specifically New Brighton where I live, but just outside Liverpool, over the water.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's a wonderful place to go visit. So yeah, we need to get back there again for sure. But yeah, we've
You
sort of
gotta
been.
come You've got to come over again soon, mate.
We've got to come see the festival. That'll be a good one.
Book festival. Yeah, I've got the next book festival indeed. So put on the first book Liverpool Book Festival in September. That was a roaring success, and the next one is going to be on the 8th of March. So yeah, another big event expected. I'm really excited for the next Liverpool Book Festival. You'll have to come over for one. They're awesome.
So the 8th of March, where's that one?
It's going to be again in Liverpool. It's going to be at a venue called Box Park. I've got 60 authors selling their books directly to book lovers. I've got some artisan stalls, street food, got live music, got workshops, kids zones, got a few sort of celebrity special guests and best-selling authors and that. So, yeah, it's going to be a hell of an event. To be honest, I'm really excited. Again, these things take a lot of planning and organising. So yeah, it's but I want to put on more events like that for sure.
Yeah, as you said, you can start to streamline that a little bit more next year and try to, as we said last time, work out whether you can make it better or not. Might be sort of where it's at. It's just a matter of maybe changing the venues. And do the book artists really love it? Was it good?
Oh, it works well. I mean, it's a must for book lovers. You get to meet authors and buy the books off them directly. So it's great, and all the authors seem to do well. And they all have good sales and that. So it's a case of everyone's a winner really, and it's there's not really anything quite like it. It's more than a book fair. It's like a bit of a festival kind of thing, and it's yeah, it's I'm really excited for to put on a lot more of these. I'm going to put them on twice a year. I might even move into Liverpool Art Festival, maybe put on showcase artists as well.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
that's
good.
some big ideas.
Yeah, really good. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? I love even years anyway. 2026. I've always loved even years. Odd numbers are sort of revamp. 2026s go again. Positive numbers. See what
Yeah,
comes next year. You can't always be up, but if you can, take that positivity in and get cracking in the new year and start off early, and who knows where it can go. Keep saying yes.
yeah,
Yes, instead of no. Keep the doors opening.
indeed, mate. Indeed, onwards and upwards always. Absolutely.
So what are you doing?
Yeah,
You going to shoot off to Wales for a few days, or
yeah. Yeah. I've got so tomorrow. So I've got today. I've got one of my best friend's birthdays today. So I'm gonna. Well, it was yesterday, but I'm gonna go to the gym shortly. So it's what time is it? It's 20 past 11 UK time on Saturday, 27th of December. So I'm going to go to the gym in a bit, and then I'm going to go to have a couple of pints with my friend for his birthday. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to go to Wales, to North Wales, to see the lads up there, my friends up there. There's apparently in the village there called Mold. Well, it's a town. Sorry, it's a town called Mold. there's like a pub crawl where you go to different pubs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Um, and then my birthday is on 4th of January. So that is next Sunday, my birthday. So a week tomorrow. So I'm going to stay with a couple of friends in a cottage in Wales on the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, come back on the Tuesday. So got a nice little 3 nights away in a little cottage with a hot tub. We did the same last year. Again, it's nice to it's nice to just slow down, really, like because this year I've been working so hard, running a big operation. So yeah, it'd be nice, just nice to get. I like going to North Wales, where we're based here near Liverpool in the Wirral, in New Brighton. It's literally, an hour or two drive, and you're into Wales. You're in the sticks. No light pollution. You're looking at the stars. You're seeing crazy things in the skies. Crazy things. When I was there staying at the cottage for my birthday last year, to the sort of literally about a year ago, when we stayed, we were in the hot tub meeting, me and my mates, wait for the other guys to arrive. We're just looking up at the skies with a beer, Some of the things we saw, I know that you're crazy into this, Ash. Some of the things in the skies we saw, like, things were going, they weren't flying like that. They were flying like orbs, and there was three near each other.
Mate, you got to get some
Inexplicable.
video. Got to get some video for me.
I know. I'm gonna next when we go this time. If it's like this with no cloud coverage, the things we're going to see in the skies are going to be unbelievable. So I'm going to make sure I try and capture it on my phone. Depends how the zoom in works, really.
That's always
If it
hard.
manages.
The hardest thing is to remember grabbing the phone because most of the
Mm.
time you see the light and you go, look at that. And then you don't even think about the camera. And then
Well,
by the time it goes, someone says, did you film it? You say, I didn't even think of the camera. Didn't even think about it. You sort of get transfixed on the light. But
yeah, it's the second time actually. I've second time I've been in Wales, in North Wales, in the sticks, with no light pollution. It's the second time I've been, and I've seen those kind of objects.
isn't it?
It's
That's great.
inexplicable. Any human ship, goes straight. They move straight, right?
Yeah, like
You don't
satellite
get human
plane. Yep.
ships or satellites. You don't get them moving around like that.
No, that's
You
right.
know.
Yeah, that's pretty bizarre. You got a lot of stuff out that way though, like the UK is a hotspot for UAP.
Well, do you
And
know what? I hope the aliens come down. I hope they come down and just fucking, get rid of these bastards running the countries, like these nefarious megalomaniacs. I think that the world we're living in, I think the whole system that we're living in is, it's manufactured, to keep the human population cold and at bay. I think it's rife with corruption. I think it's built on corruption and evil. I think the whole system, I think humans are inherently good, but I think the whole system is designed for fear, anger, hatred, and division, divide and conquer. I think they're trying to mess with people's psyches and mental health to cause chaos in societies and communities. I think the whole system needs a complete and utter revamp, and I just, unless it was unless the societies and communities and world is governed by aliens. Maybe there's aliens, nefarious aliens walking amongst us. Who knows? Maybe they're the ones ruling the world. But if aliens do come down, I hope they just one day say, do you know what, enough's enough. You know what I mean? And just you know basically help us start again.
well, they might be coming out of the water, they reckon.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
reckon they're
Well,
that's where they're going because no one can get there. Makes
you know
sense.
more. We said they reckon we know more about space than we do our own waters. You know.
I reckon you're right. Yeah, we got Mandy's got about a month off now, so we go from here in Teatree Gully. We go directly southwest to a place called West Beach, and they've got a tourist park there, and we pull a nearly an 18-foot single axle van down there, a caravan, and it's right on the waterfront. So, every night you get these, they're almost like a Californian sunset. They're beautiful, everyone goes down at night time because you get this golden sky and you can see the sun just slowly disappear into the water and then boom,
Oh, nice.
tips underneath. And they got a lot of Norfolk pines, which are these big, sort of like a mask on a boat, but they're nice and green and they go up sort of like a Christmas tree. And there's lots of them down there. And there's a lot of farmers that come from Victoria that we know and from Horsham around that area, which is about halfway from Adelaide to Melbourne by car. And there are a lot of farmers, cockies, they're doing wheat and animals and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, we stay on this Cutter Street and we sort of drive in and, a couple of days later, there's one farmer already there. There's another couple that rock up. There's cricket umpires that rock up and sort of the same people every year. It's a lot of fun. So Mandy goes down for a walk most mornings and reads her book and I'll, I'd eventually go back to work around the 12th, 13th and just do a couple of hours in the morning and come back. And they got golf courses across the road and we'll go down there. If not play a full game, we'll go down and hit a few buckets of balls. And it's really good because you're not home. If you're home, you're cleaning pools and, picking up
Yeah.
leaves and doing dishes. And, it's excellent. You just go down there and night time you sit out and everyone's sitting out there, having a few beers and that's good.
Oh, sounds great, mate.
Really
Sounds
relaxing.
great.
Yeah, and
Oh,
we finish up there about 20th of January before we get back here.
bloody hell,
But
that's a good time off, that, mate.
yeah, so as I said, you go back for half a day, but at this stage, it's nothing really opens up again until late January before all the big companies start again with the windows and doors and that I'm involved in. And
So in Australia there so when it gets to sort of Christmas, you guys have pretty much like a month off.
yeah, pretty well, about 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh my God, that's
So
amazing. Here,
and
here, here in the UK, we'll have like sort of finish on Christmas Eve most of the time, and then back to it after New Year's Day. So this year, what New Year's Day's on the Thursday. I think most businesses will go back to work. I think let me have a look at the calendar here. So most businesses will finish up on say Wednesday the 24th and probably go back to work on Monday the 5th. So it's like only let's have a look. It's probably about a week. It's less than 2 weeks, about a week and a half. Depends on the business, of course, but
yeah, that's
most,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, like the big shopping chains are still open, but all your manufacturing businesses that are here in Adelaide, a lot of the big ones shut down until about mid-January, and then there's only a skeleton crew that sort of start to put stock away again, and the contractors or employees start to just filter back in the third week, and then they really don't get going again until really Australia Day is on the 26th of January. So there's a lot of public holidays now in the first week because it's hot here, like, and I mean 40s, and you'll get a run like we're going to have now. It was 31 today, 32 almost, and it's pretty warm. But the next few days are going to be 37, 38, 38, and then it might drop down. You might get a southwesterly again come through and just cool it off again to early 20s, 22, 23 for a couple of days, 24, and then it'll go back up again. And when you get the long weeks of 30s plus where you might be 6 days above 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, and then boom, you might get a thunderstorm come down from the northwest and it swings round to the south again and cools off. But this goes right through to February now. So there are a lot of public holidays in there because it is hot. It's just, it's stinking hot now till really the end of February. Starts to sort of just cool off, cool down in March, and then April, May, the rain generally comes around early May, and that's when all the farmers sow all their fields, and that early rain sets it up again to grow wheat again for another year, and then they harvest just before Christmas again. So yeah, it's a
See,
cycle repeats itself, but it's hot now. We've just this year we got a lot done. We put air conditioners in every room, and because now the kids are gone, we got sort of two spare bedrooms, and but people come over. Mandy's sister comes over every week, and for a day or two, and we've got the house pretty well with the ensuite on now. We've got two bathrooms, two showers again. The backyard's done, the pool's done. Probably the next bit's cleaning the tennis court out the front. That's a synthetic half court out the front on concrete. But
mm,
we got the blue gums. They're called. They're just a big gum tree. They call them a blue gum. They drop leaves this time of year, and I mean,
yeah.
you'll blow one morning by the afternoon, you'll have your driveway full of leaves again, and
And
they drop.
do you get kookaburras in the gum tree? Because kookaburra sits in the old gum tree.
Yeah, lots of kookaburras. They're just about a morning thing. They let you know the
Yeah.
sun's coming up. But yeah, they rattle away out the back. You get koalas sometimes up in the big ones. The dogs generally tell you, if there's something up in the trees, they'll start whining and barking that there's something up there. But if you got animals as well, if you got dogs and that, you generally don't get snakes because we've got a creek down the back from us that would have snakes in it. But generally, if you've got dogs, they don't come around. They don't want to see you. They don't want to see people.
No,
But
no, no.
but you get a lot of
I'd be
magpies.
having lots of dogs. If I lived there, mate, I'd be having 10 dogs at least.
Yeah,
Big ones.
they are your friends, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, do you know what's amazing? That you have Christmas, New Year a week later, and then 3 weeks after that, you've got Australia Day. I mean, how many holidays do you guys want? That's amazing. Well,
Pretty
what
casual.
happened? So is Australia Day based on the day Australia was founded? Is it? And
Yes.
what happens on Australia Day? What do you generally do?
It's just a public holiday where everyone
Drink.
has a barbecue and a beer out the back and Australia flags. You catch up with your friends. Everybody does it. And it's normally hot, it's normally 40. So, you got beers and swimming in pools or, if you're down the beach, people go down the beaches. There's always barbecues and that. But there's lots of holidays right up until May. There'd be almost one a month
Wow.
because it's hot. And then in Adelaide in February, March, you get all the festivals like you guys do in Liverpool. You now get all the artists come over, all the comedians, they come over and they have like they call it a fringe where you might have 3 or 4 weeks where you get all the comics from the UK over, the Australians, the Americans, the Europeans, everyone comes over and you buy a tent, you buy a seat in a tent and you listen to someone for an hour, that's a comic or yeah, male, female, there's heaps of them. And you just go in the city and you might go to the pub and have 3 or 4 pints there and then walk around because they got stuff going on all the time. But it's hot. It's
Yeah.
hot. You don't really
Sounds like
get
a great way of life, though. It sounds like a great way of life. I mean, I speak for myself, really. I mean, as I've said, I work lots of hours here in the UK. You know what I mean? I just like running my own business. It's something I need to sort of look at for in the new year, sort of change my operation a little bit somehow. But yeah, work lots of hours. I really do. But it seems like you guys have got a really good work life balance. I know you graft. I know you put the work in. But it sounds like you've got a good work-life balance in the public holidays quite regularly and stuff, you know?
Yeah, especially in the warm, and then you go sort of from June is the last one, which is the King's birthday, or it used to be the Queen's birthday, and then you wouldn't have another one until October. So that's our dark time where it's cold, wet, raining, 13 degrees, which isn't cold for you guys. That's 13 C, so it's still pretty
Yeah.
warm. But that's our wet time. That's where most people stay inside. We don't have snowfields here in South Australia, so if you want to go somewhere, you've got to go to Victoria or Tasmania or go over to New Zealand and ski, which once again it's only 5 hours on a plane from Adelaide.
Well, of
But
course, that's where we met in Whistler, wasn't it? In Canada. I was just visiting Whistler just for because I wanted to go there and see what it was like. You were there, obviously, for the slopes, for the skiing. Um, so yeah, it must be damn cold there right now. I imagine those slopes must be full with skiers and snowboarders.
I think so now. I don't know whether their season's just a bit jilted as well, that it's everything just seems to be pushing out a little bit longer. I haven't really checked up. I know Reese is going back to Reese and Debbie are going to Japan again. They went to Japan once they got back from Whistler. They went to Japan the following Christmas, I reckon, or
For
thereabout.
skiing.
January, yeah, they went snowboarding again, and
Oh,
they're due to go back again in a couple of weeks' time. I think they go in February.
in
So
Japan.
in
Wow.
Japan, because they get so much powder there. It's sort of, I think it's more powder skiing there than hard ice pack with, like Whistler's fairly steep, fairly rugged, whereas I think the Japanese areas are a lot more sedate. They're not as aggressive. They're not as steep. But they get a lot of rain and it's a lot of fluffy snow. So it's as I say, it's powder. So it's a lot softer, a lot easier probably to snowboard on because it's more mushy than hard. Cold every night. Get that ice pack on top.
Mm.
Wait for it to melt, and that's where you do a lot of injury on the ice pack because it's once you come down there, it's like landing on concrete. It's pretty hard. But yeah, no,
Well,
I think they'll keep going back to Japan. I think Japan's probably the new Whistler for them. And it's
awesome.
only it's only 9 hour flight instead of 13 to Vancouver. So
Awesome. Yeah, a month ago, I had a little weekend away. Just went by myself to a gorgeous little sort of town, little old mill town in Yorkshire, called Hebden Bridge. So it's called Hebden Bridge. It's gorgeous. It's only about an hour and a half away from Liverpool, but you would love it. It's like going back in time. It's cool. I don't know if I can show you a photo here on screen. Let me have a little look. Um, Hebden Bridge. It's a gorgeous little. It's got a canal going through it, and I went there, and as always, met some new friends. It was really nice. Um, I don't know if you can see this. Here we go. Can you see? Can you see that on screen?
oh yeah, I can. It's like a little waterway there, yeah,
Yeah,
like a
and
little river.
indeed, I'll show you this now as well. I'll show you if there's another photo of Hebden Bridge. Oh, look at that. It's like a gorgeous. I don't know if the reflection or whether you can see it.
What is it? Like a little old mining town or something? Is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a little old mill town, and there's loads of cool. There's a canal going through it, and a little theatre. So I went to the theatre to watch "It's a Wonderful Life" theatre production. There's loads of cool restaurants and bars. It's dead quirky. there's loads of hikes. So my friend Dave joined me on the Sunday, and we did a big hike. So there's
Yep.
loads of nice walks you can go on, like in the forests and the the hills and the dales and the mountains. Yeah, it's just a beautiful part of the world. It's got a lot of charm. Um, it was just great to get away. But that's what I'm saying. Liverpool here, the Wirral, literally an hour and a half, 2 hours. North, you've got the Lake District with loads of lakes and quirky little towns, gorgeous. To the right, to the east, you've got Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, loads of little villages like that. You've got the Peak District with all the peaks and the mountains, gorgeous, stunning. Little villages and that. And then south, you've got Cheshire, gorgeous walks and everything, and lots of fields and woodlands and canals and rivers. And then yeah, to the west, you're into Wales. You're into North Wales. You've got North Wales coastline. You've got North Wales like Snowdonia Mountains. Truly blessed, really, truly blessed. And you know, I think that in society, I think a lot of people are discontented because always want more and stuff like that. Um, I think it's important sometimes to take stock and think, look around us and look how lucky we are.
Well, I think maybe, as you said before, you look at that in the new year and try to enforce. This is the first year, and because the kids have been back in Australia this year, is that we've Reese's on the Sunshine Coast. So Mandy tries to get return air tickets straight up there because a direct flight will only take you, say, 2.5 hours to get there. If you don't get the direct flight, you go Sunshine Coast back to Sydney or back to Melbourne, Melbourne to Adelaide. And sometimes you might wait 4 hours to hook up with a plane, come back to Adelaide. So if you can get out and about and get sort of a 4 or 5 day long weekend every sort of 8 weeks, if you put that in between all your gaps of your main events, like your book festivals and your book, your magazine, and all that sort of thing, and try to draw every 8 weeks to enforce it. You go to Wales or Lakes District or
Yeah.
Scotland and just enforce it. Find a partner,
Mm,
as you said, and get out there with a mate or whatever and just go, just get it done. Otherwise, it is a trap.
yeah.
It can be a trap. And you can work too hard. We've all been there. And,
Absolutely, mate.
before too long, you go, oh, shit, now I'm too old.
Yeah.
You're running out of good years. So, yeah, I think you got to do it. And you just got to be a bit stubborn sometimes and say, right, I'm out. I'm out for 5 days. And, hey, go and make some video logs and bring them back and put them up and just show people a little bit of something else. It's all good stuff. It's all wholesome, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It's easy we're creatures of habit, aren't we? And it's easy to get into this, working all the time kind of habit. I'm in that place now where, God, I've only stopped working at like 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve. So I had Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. And then even though it's Saturday today, I've got this voice in the back of my head, this itch of like, oh, you need to be doing a load of work and like, feeling uncomfortable. It's like, it's been 3 days, I've got shit, I've got work to do. I need to
It's the
do
creature
this,
of
you know what I
habit
mean?
again,
So,
isn't it? Yeah, you'll have to tell him to
yeah,
back
so
off.
I'm definitely going to make sure that in the new year, I have weekends off, and it's a good time of year to restructure your life, I find, and think, right, let's look at things with fresh eyes,
I think so.
Um,
I think that's the beauty that it only goes for 365 days. You can have a look at it again in January and say, right, this I know I can do better. This is something I can control. Just instigate these little fine changes, and you go, hell, I don't feel so smashed up in March or May or September. So, the more of that you can do, and you're always going to be busy. That's what you do. And you're marketing for everybody. So at this stage, Yeah, you've got to come into your equation, and at some stage try to get a little bit more of you away, mate. We're going to run out of battery soon. 2025 been great fun. We've managed to get 5 podcasts out. We've managed to go international with your books. We got your books up at the Fox and Firkin here in Tea Tree Gully.
Awesome.
So
Nice one.
thank you for letting me into your magazine as well. It's very humbling for
Thanks.
me in this way away to be a part. And
Thanks for being part of it, mate.
yeah, from Manny and myself and all the kids, mate. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully we got some trips back to the UK soonish, and
Oh, I hope
we
so, mate.
we can
Well, you'll be
catch.
VIP again, mate. You'll be VIP again. And I'll take you to, if you've got a bit more time next time, I'll take you into North Wales and take you into Hebden Bridge and Lake District. We'll do a few little road trips, mate.
All right, sounds wicked to me, mate. So thanks for 2025. It's been a blast again, and yeah,
Indeed.
2026 is coming. Have a try to get a bit of rest done, and we'll see you chat again in the new year, and try to work out the next time we can bump again. That'd be good.
Yeah, indeed, mate. I'm really looking forward to the future. Looking forward to seeing you again. Love you guys very much, legends. But yeah, until then, we'll keep these podcasts coming every few months, and have these catch ups. It's great.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll kick
Cheers.
off again in 2026.
Yes, bigger, harder, faster, stronger, better, onwards and upwards.
All
We're
right.
coming for you, 2026. You better be ready.
You better be ready. All right. Good. Good on you, man. You have a good break, and we'll catch up in the new year sometime.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Look forward to it, pal.
All right, buddy.
Cheers.
See ya.
Nice one, mate. Take it easy.
Bye.
Nice one.